Good evening, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to, oh, I don't know why that's not the F3 logo. No, it's the completely wrong one. Hang on. Let me just go to that one there. Yeah, that's still the wrong one. Let's just find it a minute. Go. Doesn't really work there, does it? But never mind. There is the piano F3 speed trap. P63. Someone that's joined in from the multi-class league race that we host on a Sunday. So we're just in qualifying, waiting for the first lap times to come through. Looks like P63 or P is a little bit quick. Bit annoyed that there's two timers at the top there. I wonder if there's a way to get rid of the timer at the top. I don't want it. That's not working. So that's not working. Apparently you can get rid of it in Subfuser. I can see it 99% apparently. Interesting. So Dixon leads the way at the moment for 151.8. Imogen in second. Leung in third. PE in fourth. Adrian in sixth. 66 in sixth. Skyring in seventh and Sinton in eighth. Good old rabbit. We've got 15 drivers in at the moment, I believe. So that could all change again, yeah. And apparently there is a way to sort it out. So I'm actually just going to quickly do that. I'm going to exit. I'm going to quickly have a look in the settings. Search session. System. Session information. Let's get rid of those. Let's try and rejoin, shall we? See if that fits. I was trying to get rid of. Yeah, it has. Happy days. So there's 3 minutes 28 left on the countdown. We can see my FPS counter, but I don't mind that too much. I quite like my FPS counter. So car number 16. Nunes. Just idling his way around at the moment, or their way around. With 3 minutes left on the clock. I think he's looking to do one more final hot lap. He needs to get a move on though, because cars that are going much quicker. Oh, he gets out of the way completely. That's pretty good. Car number 12, Milan, who's also looking to set a time. Not quite yet done it. 2 minutes left on the clock, so not quite the final laps just yet. Milan goes in P10. There's probably a bit more time in there. P63 has just got ahead of Dixon in the timing boards. Take P1. And it looks to me that this could be quite a close fought race here. Not seen Huey set a lap time yet. Letterme's down in P10. Cond is in 9th, Sinton in 8th, Skyring in 7th. Coulson just pops in his head into P11. Letterme's plus 2 seconds. He's going to get one more lap in though. P10 for Letterme. Oh, and Gomez just 8. That last corner there could have been a lot better from them. And Dixon goes back ahead with a 151.3. Nips to take P1. 35-minute race this one is, ladies and gentlemen. You can find all the links in the description to all of our league events down below. The PNTCC seems to be the most popular, although this car and track combo seems to have brought in quite a few people. Romanian in P8, that's a new name. But we can only see the top 15 drivers, and Nunes goes off there and collects someone. Nunes, don't stand in the middle of the circuit. Oh, they might have either just left or... Well, I think that might have been 66 that he collided with. It was either that or InGen, but that's it now. No more improvement for 66 or InGen. Oh, that's going to be an off track. Oh, Pindolia. Huey has got onto the board. P6. Only half a second behind 66. That middle pack is quite tight, mind. 1 second splitting 5th to 8th right now. As long as just cemented that place. Oh, only 0.03 of a second behind 66. Dixon's finished his qualifying runs as we're on board with Skyring. Cars do not want to get a grip around that corner. He just pips Huey so far, 2 tenths. And here comes Adrian, very fast in the PNTCC. Now Adrian gets off some lightning starts. The PNTCC currently P9. Oh, and loses it there because he had DRS open. Yep. Again, people trying to use DRS in places that it just won't work. Just won't work. So that's pretty much your top 12 cemented. On board with Coulson. Can he make any improvements? Oh no, his lap time's on 3 minutes at the moment. And that is the end of qualifying. So there is race control in a FIA Formula 1 car for some reason. And all of the pit crew seems to be lying down, not quite sure why. But Dixon is our pole sitter. Oh god, the whole pit crews are lying down. That's a bit drastic, isn't it? P63 in second, InGen in third, Rahmanian in fourth, 66, or 6 I'll call him, in fifth, which could be a bit awkward to say actually. Leung in 8th, Skyring in 7th, just nipping ahead of Huey. I know Huey would be very annoyed at that. Adrian in 9th, Sutton in 10th, Letterme in 11th, Conide in 12th, Coulson in 13th, Milan in 14th, and Gomez in 15th. Now, if all of the drivers that signed up, all 21, had registered, we would have 2 leagues, but I don't think they have. We've only got 15 online at the moment. And here is P63 is on MP1 apparently. There must have been a penalty to Dixon. Not quite sure what for. But yeah, not quite sure what's going on there. Dixon in P2 as we can see. We're at the Circuit of the Americas here for the PNR F3 season. We're probably going to change up for next year. Rahman in 3rd, as I mentioned earlier. InGen in 4th. Leung in 5th. '66 in 6th. Oh, we got put down a place. Interesting. Skyring in 7th. Why did that miss? Don't know. I think it's bugged out a little bit here because something's not quite right. Huey in P8. Yeah, it's missed someone here. Adrian in 9th. Who looks like he's gone straight onto the softs. Interesting. Adrian's gone straight onto the softs for this first stint. Rabbit gone onto the mediums. I think a lot of the drivers would have done the mediums, I would imagine. Or the hards. Letterme in 11th in the only car that isn't blue and black. So we'll be able to see Letterme from a mile away. Conde in 12th as we got our 6 lights. And are we going to go 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 light, 6 light. I can count. Let's go. And away we go. And we're watching Milan right now. It's probably going to skip all over the place. But as everyone dives up to T1 hairpin with 3 abreast. And let's see if there are any people taking an early bath. And so far, it's looking pretty clean. We're happy with that. InGen up to P2 on the inside of Dixon. But Dixon's got the inside into the left-hander. Oh, and Pina starting from the pit lane in P17. So we do have a couple of extra drivers. So Pina is now coming out of the pits. That will not count as is a long stop. As we're now looking at Adrian, who got a terrible start. He's already down to P11 as Nunes is disconnected. And people already using DRS. Conde is going down the inside here for P8. Gets the move done on Rabbit, but Rabbit gets a good exit. Gets P8 back. Letterme is also right up the rear end of Milan. Adrian's P9. Getting ahead of Conquid, and is he going to do Rabbit at the same time? Oh, 3 abreast into the left-hander. Rabbit's the one that's come off worst from that. Oh, and a big lockout from behind. That might have been Lando Morris Minor. And Coulson's trying to get round the outside of Letterme in the yellow and black car. So Dixon's our current race leader. P63 is half a second behind. InGen in 3rd. As we can see, there we go. There he is. I don't think he is half a second behind, to be honest, but, you know, we'll have faith. As everyone comes over the starting line to complete lap 1. It's a long old race. Got to get settled in. Here's Adrian Leung in P15. Dropped a couple of places from since where he starts, sorry. Oh, looking to dive down the inside of Lando, but Lando's not having any of it. Just needs to be a little bit careful here. Oh, as Adrian's gone off. Oh, and he's gone off again. Oh, and that's going to be some more damage. Rejoin safely, dude. Rejoin safely. Well done, Adrian. Well, good rejoin, good rejoin. Precarious place, but oh, he's just lost the rear end again. It's almost as if his rear wing is stuck open, even though it's not visually stuck open. He must have some rear damage on the suspension. Oh, Milan. Pretty poor driving standards there. That could be a couple of cars out, actually. Or how people got away with it. Gomez was sadly the biggest victim there. That was pretty bad driving by Milan. Should just stayed where he was. As we're now on board with 66. Come around the final 90-degree left-hander. Scott J. Skyring. These two have a lot of history. But it looks like Huey had a bit of a rough lap that lap. Needs to get the pace back up a bit. Dixon's only got a 2/10 lead right now over P63, who we're on board with, coming through the nice wiggly session. Milan again involved with Lando, Morris Minor, and I think Lando's just letting him through now. Whether Lando's got some damage. Pina almost got more damage there. Fair play for continuing on. Just try a higher gear, Peanut. Try a higher gear. Adrian gets past Gomez. So hopefully Adrian's got his car sorted out. Cond has fallen down to P9. Probably losing the rear end on acceleration. You see there's a good couple of second gap there as well. So Rabbit has already made quite the drive away from him. So it must have been a pretty big spin. Although Rabbit's got a bit of a lonely race again now. 66 is behind Jay. Defending from Hewis from behind, but Hewis outbraked himself big time. And having to go off, so that gives a bit of breathing room there for 66 as we go on board with P63. Coming through the last section of the circuit. You can see they can use DRS pretty much anywhere, which is a bit annoying, but never mind. Gomez down the main straight, getting past Lando Morris Minor. There is Lando there, just being left behind. And Dixon's just set the fastest lap of the race of 151.8. Oh, and everyone's locking up at that corner. And Adrian's got quite the drive to do. I think those soft tyres are going to be wearing out pretty quickly around here, especially with a couple of spins. And someone, speaking of spins, it did look like someone lost it then, but no, it was just a bit of a brake lock-up. Just getting that DRS help. Any point that he can get, Adrian. As now we're looking at 66, and Jay went off the circuit, so he hands the place over. So it's a three-way battle between 66, Jay and Huey. This is not something new. It's pretty common, and Rabber is gaining a bit of ground once they're all scrobbling. So now 66 is using as much DRS as possible. Pina being ultra careful on the acceleration, and Lando gets by. That might be Gomez behind, but these cars at the back are going to get caught up pretty quickly. Dixon's going to have to do his best to get through them. So we're looking at Ramani having a look on InGen, taking a nice approach in there. Oh, and Adrian spun it again. Adrian's lost it a bit there. Doesn't look like damage. I just think he might be using DRS a little bit too soon. Needs to give it a bit of a break. Just get some consistent laps in for now. And there is almost a second gap between Dixon and PE63. I know, it pretty much is now. We know that Bo Dixon is incredibly talented and incredibly rapid. But not just like hot lapping, he is consistent as anything as well. As we're back for the battle for P5. Oh, and P's run wide, allowing InGen and Raman to go through, so he must have lost the rear end. Having to take it cautiously. Cond has disconnected from the server. So DNF for Cond. Everyone's going to get a free place out of that. Must be just losing the car a little bit. A lot of people seem to be struggling with the car today. Perhaps that isn't enough downforce. Don't know. Maybe. Again, we're looking at a battle for P5 here. Jay Skyrene and between a 66 and Huey Sandwich. Rabber has got the gap down to 2.5 seconds, so he's doing well here. P63's got the pace, but has, or do they have the consistency? That is the question. Oh, and Pina's gone off again. Hopefully not too much damage. I feel sorry for the front runners, you know, having to figure out their way through. Hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. Gomez is now leading the bunch, or leading up the end of the bunch rather. It's Con DNF'd in P17, as we can see. And here is Bo Dixon, about quarter lap to go before cuts up to any back markers. Got a nice lead. Just look after those tyres. Look after them for as long as you can. Finish the race off on a nice pair of softs. Keep it nice and quick. But everybody has to do a mandatory pit stop, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem, and there shouldn't be. Well, it depends. The overcut could be really effective here, especially if you got struggling with some scrub tyres. Could be very effective. And now the battle for P5 is kind of neatly spread out, but the battle for P3 is on. Only half a second. And this is what happens when the DRS doesn't really work the way that it should do on a circuit. Realistically then, P63 should have got ahead of Ramanian. But everybody can use DRS because the DRS points haven't been set. Rabber's got a big spin. What happened there? That almost looks like a retirement for me. Rabber is still, the engine's not running. I think that could be a retirement for Rabber there. That looks pretty big. Yeah, he's returned to pit. I'm not sure if he'll be able to drive. He might be able to get it fixed and then get back out. Whether that would count as his pit stop, I don't know. And Gomez is chasing down Lando. These two have had a battle pretty much for the whole race. Yeah, I think Rabber's trying to repair his car. Oh, and P is all over the shot. Really close behind Romanian. And that's what happens. The wash has taken him out. The wash has taken P63 out. Did he hold it? That's what I want to know. But Gomez is on the attack here against Lando Morris Minor for P14. And Rabbit has indeed retired. DNF for Rabbit. It did look like a bit of a big old spin there. I'm not sure if he hit a sausage or what, but it didn't look particularly fantastic. And I think P held it. He's only 3 seconds behind. He just lost a lot of time. You can see it happening though with the amount of lock that he had on for that corner. You can see it happening. Gomez has got a drive through for speeding. So he's going to have to do his pit, then do a drive through within 3 laps. As we're now on board with our race leader, Bo Dixon. Can take it pretty easy. Gomez has done the pit. Drive through taken as well, apparently. Interesting. Is that also pit completed? It is not pit completed. Drive through has been taken now. But I don't think it's counted his pit stop. So he's going to have to continue. Oh, big crash between J and 66. P63 is also same spot. P63 is not having much luck through the S's here. And it's just cutting the corner. No attempt to keep on the road there by P63 then. It's a good thing he's not got another opponent nearby, but 66 must have spanned, got hit by J, who is now under attack from Huey. And I think these boys, well, I say they're doing it properly, but J, good defensive line now. Getting the drive. Is he going to use his DRS? He is, yep, the DRS train. And J is technically weaving as Adrian's found the wall again. Oh, that was close. It does look a little bit damaged on the rear right, though. I got a funny feeling they're going to retire. I got a funny feeling they're going to retire. Not having the best of luck this race. 66 is trying to... Oh, it's just been overtaken by Leung. So the battle for 5th is now hotting up quite a lot. Leung trying to get down the inside of Huey. Brilliant move there by Leung. Now Gomez needs to come in for his pit stop. Adrian has disconnected. And we can see that Leung far quicker that lap than anyone else. 66 has clearly got a bit of damage, I think. Comes in, 20 minutes left of the race to go. Only done 15. And Bo is just leading the race calmly. Gomez coming back out on track. Is this his long pit stop completed? Should be. Yep, Gomez is done. 66 should be done as well. It didn't say on my screen that Gomez is completed. There it is, 66, sorry. 66 has completed, brilliant. So that's 66 done. It's Gomez done. Gomez just needs to keep it on the road and try and... Whoa! Not do that. Not do that. Oh dear. Some of the driving standards tonight have definitely been questionable. we look at Milan now. P11. 23 seconds behind Mark Olsen. As Lando did spin. Letting someone through. People are really struggling with these cars. Really struggling. As Bo Dixon's just calmly driving in the lead, 9 laps down. Roughly another 8 or 9 to go. Some good camera angles, some good shots here. As we're back on with Jay in P5, who's needs to watch out from the undercut from 66. That was a pretty good outlap there by 66. And Young spun it. Oh, they'll be annoyed. People are really struggling in the F3s around that section of the circuit. They really are. And Puna comes in to make their pit stop. And so it's InGen in P2. I think everyone's seeing it. It's about halfway through. Might as well do it now when in reality you can go a fair bit longer. Oh, and Huey spun it. Wow, has he got damage? Because that was not like Huey at all. As P63's gone back up to P3. Jay Skyring's in the pit. See if people follow suit. Bo is just chilling. Absolutely chilling. Lemmy's moved up to P7. Lemmy's having quite a quiet race here, and Lemmy comes into the pits. 66 still going. And is now how many seconds behind Jay? Oh, someone's got 10 seconds stop and go. I missed who that was. Leung, 10 seconds for speeding. For speeding in the pit lane. Stop and go 10-second penalty. It looks like a pretty tricky pit lane, to be honest. Doesn't look quite right. Yeah, is that like... Hopefully that's just the one. I hope that's not like a multiple set of 10-second penalties. That's Bo Dixon, our race leader. Comes into the pits, and Lemmy has now got a 10-second penalty as well, but he's halfway around the circuit. So what's going on there? Drive through for speeding, 10-second penalty for speeding? I don't know what's going on there. I think that pit lane's a bit broken. That's a problem. Jay Skyring's pit is complete. No penalties. That is good. Bo has come out 5 seconds behind P63. Here comes Lando. Completed his long pit as well. Young, is he just going to come in and serve that penalty? Lando looks like he's motoring a little bit as well now. Like, what's... Huey, he's got his pit done. A lot of penalties got dished out there, and all of a sudden. Coulson's done. Dixon's got a drive-through for speeding. I think it's broken, but this has completely thrown everything into disarray. Dixon's drive-through taken. Okay. Leung is penalty. I think it's just all catching up. Like, this is just a bit ridiculous, really. I don't quite know what's going on there with the pit set. No idea what's going on there. And P63 has come into the pits. Oh, good save by Jay, I think. Leung has done 2 pit stops now. Ingen moves back up into P2. P63's got a 10-second stop and go for speeding in the pit lane. It must be that the line is before the left-hand turn. Which, if that's the case, that's pretty stupid on the part of whoever designed this circuit, whoever made it. They've done so well in recreating all of it, but then to mess up that, it's just... Oh, and P's just taking a load of people out. I'm not sure who exactly. There's Gomez. I don't think that's part of the same incident. Romanian. Not quite sure what that's about, really. I mean, P had literally nowhere to go. Like, it was a stupid move. But P needs to come in and serve his 10-second stop and go. You can see someone in the background there. Not quite sure how to commentate on this because it just seems to be a bit all over the place. Young disqualified for not taking their stop and go penalty. Even though they're still driving at the moment. Long pits. I am so confused right now, like, what's going on? I think this pit lane is a bit screwed. Letterme's drive-through has been taken. Leung is still driving according to the timing board. Oh, I wonder if Leung stopped in the pit box for the stop and go. Here is Leung now, who apparently has been disqualified. Not sure that's correct because they're still driving. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there with real penalty. That seems to be a bit of a mess up on their part. Pina is currently being chased down by Milan. Here we are on board with Huey. 32 seconds behind 66 after the crash. You can see the sausage curves just coming out of nowhere. Just too much speed being carried through there. Dixon's just set a fast lap of a 150.9. Certifying his alpha dominance. Sigma male of sim racing. And here comes Leung again. Now just stop. Anywhere along the side, just stop. You don't have to stop in your pit box. Just wait 10 seconds. Just stop, just stop. Don't stop in your pit box. P63 disqualified for not taking their stop and go. Not sure again if that's completely accurate. Jay Skyring's on the rear end of Romanian. And there is Bo Dixon catching all of them up. Oh no, he's not. He's on the back straight. It's good to say if that was the start-finish straight, Bo's done pretty well there. And Milan has hit someone. Pina maybe. I think it might very well be Pina that they hit. But the driving standards in this race have definitely been pretty poor. Leung has disconnected now, so that's a DNF for Leung. Just because I'm not 100% sure they know how to do stop and goes. Lando's just letting people through. He's just making it to the end. I mean, at the end of the day, Lando is gaining positions just by people either not serving their stop and goes correctly or being disqualified. I tell you what, Huey's ultra close to those sausages. Ultra close. So we're now down to 13 drivers, started with 17. Now we're down to 13. Rabba was a retiree, Adrian a retiree, Leung a retiree. And there was one more, whose name I cannot remember. Oh, Cond. Cond is a retiree. As Lando just lets whoever that was through pretty cleanly. P63 disqualified, stop and go, penalty not taken. P63 is in the pits though. Dixon gets past, I believe that's Lando. Now Jay was right behind Romanian. Time seems to be pretty good. So I'm not quite sure what's happened there exactly. As we take a look at Gomez, who, fair play, is keeping their head down and keep going, as well as InGen. He's going to get a P2 at this rate if he just keeps the head down. And keeps it going. Absolute carnage though. Absolute carnage. The first time we do this non-passworded, it's absolute carnage. But I have a funny feeling tonight we would have only have had, well, we would have had a few, but yeah, tricky one. Food for thought, because the LMP2 races have been fine, and the PNTC races have been mental but fine. Oh, there's a move there by 66 on a back marker. Back marker. That was nicely done, mind. 3 seconds behind Jay. P63 is still in the pit. As Mark Coulson has got a bit of a lonely race going on as well. So is Huey. So is Pina, who's been lapped multiple times. Romanian again, pretty solid drive. Pina's just done their fastest lap of the race, their personal best. Jay Skyring pretty lonely there in 4th place, but very good 4th place if he can get away with it. Milan up to 10th. Gomez is getting better and better each lap, to be fair. 2-minute lap time. Not to be sniffled at. And lets through whoever that was. Very kind to let... Oh, Bo Dixon to let the race leader through. Very kind of them. Whoa, well caught there by Bo. It's just a shame the DRS section of this game doesn't quite work properly. Not quite. P63 is just sitting in the pits, and look at how much lock Lando's having to put on just to get around that corner. That's far too much. That's a pretty terrible setup there for Lando. It definitely needs to talk to people about setups, because in these sort of cars you shouldn't have to be turning in that much ever, unless you're going around a really tight hairpin to get around these corners. And if we take a look at Jay, as we now flick forward to Bo Dixon with 1 minute 30 left to go on the clock. For what has been a very bizarre race here in the F3. Very bizarre. Oh, you can see Huey just correcting themselves right at the very end of Milan. Just keeping it on the road. Good practice for everybody in these. I'm going to look to see what other open wheelers they do here on WSS. I think F3s, as good as they are in this game, I don't think the DRS system is that great for them. Sinjing makes his way through the back marking field. Great solid race. Lemmy as well. If you didn't get that penalty, you'd be right on the rear end of Coulson right now. Final lap of the race. I wouldn't be surprised if we skip on to Bo Dixon soon. That's someone off the road. Lando. Yeah, definitely some front downforce issue. For sure. Although soft tyres just really don't work around this circuit. 1 to 2. Lando letting the car through. Well done. Romanian in P3. Good drive again from them. And here is our race leader, Bo Dixon, coming up to the final 2 corners now, left-hander. Followed by a wee straight into the 90-degree left-hander to take his first race victory in the PNR F3 Championship. And sets the fastest lap of the race on the last lap. Can't say much better than that. I'm glad that InGen missed that sausage curb then. That would have been pretty dreadful. Gomez apparently doesn't have a gap time. Interesting. Oh, because he's completed the race. Coulson finishes off in P7. Coulson will be very happy with that result. Lemmy finishing off in P8. Again, he'll be pretty happy about that result, I think, after all the carnage that happened. I think J66 and Pindolia will also get a bit of a kick out of that. And their results. J coming across the line now in P4. With 66 just behind. Yeah, there we go. And here is Pino and P9. Fair play to all of these drivers that just stuck it out, kept it going. Even P63, who's in the pit currently. Sticking it out. Not sure where they are in the pit. As Milan seems to be attacking Huey, which is a bit silly because it's not going to affect the result in any way. And they both cross the line to finish the race. And it is just P63 now. As Ingen looks like he thoroughly enjoys that result. I think Romanian may have felt that it could have been a bit better. But there you have it. There's your race winner, Bo Dixon. Takes this round. And join us next week for some more F3 action. If you want to get involved into some what is usually a much better cleaning racing than that, make sure you check out the links in the description below. And I look forward to catching you next time for some more P&R driving activity. But until then, look after yourselves. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Hope you're all doing well. And catch you guys in the Discord. Bye-bye.